it's my face, and it's not in front of a wall, and it's 5:45 in the morning, which means that I'm on an adventure. Today's adventure is a hot air balloon ride. Oh my god. Basically, my mom never knows what to get me for Christmas, so she got me a hot air balloon ride, so that's pretty cool. It's dark and early and sleepy.
Dad and I got to the takeoff site just as the first touches of color were beginning to paint the sky. The balloon was still on the ground, a hulking mass of sleepy fabric, while the team coaxed it awake with manufactured wind. Reluctantly, with an impressive display of its fire-breathing capabilities, the Red October stood upright. My flight companions and I climbed inside and let the gentle giant carry us off into the chilly, pink-stained sky. It was a peaceful morning. The Amish families of the area had already begun their day. The animals had been fed, the washing hung, and breakfast made. One friendly man came out of his house, waved, and offered us breakfast. I imagine it would have been delicious, but the wind carried us away to see more of the still snowy countryside. Our pilot liked to fly low to the ground, close enough that you can hear the bustle of lives starting up, but still high enough that the world was softer, gentler, bathed in the glow of sunrise. We landed gently on the snowy ground and were greeted by a clan of Amish kids, at least 15 of them. Standing neatly arranged by gender, they seemed hesitantly fascinated by our fire-powered beast and watched us the entire time while we drained the Red October of air and put it back in its home for a much-deserved rest. It's tradition on landing to share a champagne toast, to prove to the balloonless world that you aren't an alien or foreign invader. The wind has welcomed you the softness, the sun has kissed you with her warm lips. You've flown so high and so well that God joins you in laughter and has set you gently back again into the loving arms of Mother Earth. Gentle breezes and soft landings and everything that you do. While in the area, Dad and I stopped in Lititz, PA, home of Wilbur Chocolates. It's always been a much-loved town for us, particularly because the entire town smells of chocolate. The Wilbur store is filled with every type of chocolate imaginable, accompanied by the repetitive but somehow soothing sound of the factory machines working above you. The small museum holds treasures of chocolate-making history, and you can even watch candies and fudges being made. Needless to say, we left Pennsylvania with a great deal of chocolate. I'm excited to say that I can check one more thing off my bucket list, but I'm also excited to say that it was more than just a checkmark on a semi-functional wall decoration. It was an experience that not everyone gets to have, and one that was so simplistically beautiful and peaceful. It offered me a different perspective, literally, of the world, one in between life on the ground and life on an airplane. It reminded me of Bert's line in Mary Poppins, "There's the whole world at your feet, and who gets to see it but the birds, the stars, and the chimney sweeps?" It's easy to forget sometimes that there is always a new way to view things, and it's experiences like these that remind you that nothing needs to be commonplace. It's just a matter of finding a new way to look at it. Until next time, gentle breezes and soft landings in everything that you do.
Oh, look, it's a balloonar eclipse. That car's just going through a balloonar eclipse.